Is the altcoin season over? Has it already happened? Are we done? Should we just pack it up, sell what we got, call it a day? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and looking at the overall market. Why? I like to do this every now and then for myself, to just take a step back and say, hey, where do I think we are in this cycle? I don't know how many other videos you watch or social media you watch, but there's quite a few people saying, you know what, maybe it peaked last summer. Maybe the market was just kind of pulled back, if you will. And we already had our altcoin season and alts aren't going to move. But that's not what I think the case is. I'm Brian. This is Crypto for the Rest of Us. I'm a big dumb animal. Don't do what I do. This is informational purposes only. This is going to be quick, but I think it's going to be a very important way to look at what's going on. We're just going to look at the market and the amount of capital in the market. So this is total. If you go to TradingView and you type in TOTAL, it tells you the total market cap of all crypto. Now, it may not be every crypto, but the majority of the largest ones. So it's making up probably 98%. Right now, it's at $3.1 trillion. Let's look at, and I put it on a weekly format. You can see here, this top blue line is marking the peak of the last run up in 2021. And it hit $3 trillion. So some people might say, well, it hit $3 trillion again. All right, well, that kind of makes sense. Well, it went above it to about 3.6 trillion. It came back down almost to 3 trillion. That's where we are now. Now, if you look at the market cycle, there are many different ways to look at this. I showed this last time. Last time I did a video on on Bitcoin dominance. Essentially, it says, hey, there's a 36-month period. Bitcoin dominance peaks out, meaning what percentage of the capital is Bitcoin. And then when it starts to drop, that's when we have a 12-month altcoin season. 36, Bitcoin peaked, 12-month season, 36. Looks like Bitcoin could possibly be peaking. It's high, but it hasn't started to drop yet. When it does, we believe that's when we'll have a rally because new capital will come in and capital of people potentially selling Bitcoin and other things will move into altcoins. That's the idea. Okay. But let's look at it another way. If we go back, and I'll just go back here to 2018, that market was around 700 billion is what it peaked at. Then the next one we know went to 3 trillion. So what's that? 4x would be 2.8. So yeah, it's about a little over 4x in terms of the amount of capital. Does that mean that's how much capital we'll have in this one? Not necessarily, but if we got a 4x run up in this market, from its peak of 3 trillion, 3 times 4 is 12 trillion. We're nowhere near there. We're literally at the peak of where we were last time. So I posed this and I actually put it on my x.com account. It's x.com/longest. But I said, look, 2021, 3 trillion market cap like I showed you. 2025, it was 3.14 when I posted this. However, I adjusted it for inflation. We know we had a lot of inflation over the past 4 years. I just used ChatGPT. It said, hey, it was about 7% average. So that would mean inflation adjusted, we're currently only at 2.93 trillion, which is less than the last time. Okay. So here are the two questions. One, do you think the crypto market has matured since 2021? Since 4 years ago? Gotten more attention, added ETFs, increased institutional investment, or not? If you believe that we're just going to peak at the 3 trillion that we did last time and not have any more investment, you're essentially saying over the last 4 years, nothing's changed. The current political climate and the current administration in the United States, they don't care about crypto. They want to keep going after companies. Well, that's not true. They actually have talked quite a bit about it, and they're pushing forward some initiatives. There were no ETFs last time. I was in the market the last time, not as much and heavily as I am now, but over the last 4 years, I've been studying and learning quite a bit, and I got to tell you, in my opinion, in the last 4 years, there have been huge strides, particularly in the onboarding of new people, the number of new wallets, the number of people across the world using it. It has ballooned. So if you believe there's been a lot of change in the last 4 years, then logically it would follow that having a total market cap of 3 trillion, which matches last time, makes 0 sense. It would have to go up. Okay, that was the first point. Second question was, hey, based on your answer, in other words, do you think we've made changes? Do you think there are more companies using it? Do you think crypto is getting more attention? Do you think there's more wallets being made out there, etc.? Well, do you think the crypto market would increase or decrease? And I just said, hey, act accordingly. We're at the same and maybe a little less inflation adjusted as last time. And last time was 4 times the previous time. And if we're at the same, that would mean nothing has changed in the last 4 years. I don't believe that to be the case. That's why I believe that altcoin season truly hasn't started yet. And some people will say, well, there will be no altcoin season. I 100% disagree with that. I believe that the coins we're looking at, when I dig into one of these coins and we start talking about the fact that, like I just did a video on Ondo, we know they tokenize treasuries, but they're going to tokenize literally every security, every stock out there through BlackRock, Securitize, you name it. And they've begun. And that's just one of the top 100. If you look at the top 100 crypto, other than, stable coins and things like that, each one of them has a very interesting and telling story. The AI industry, the decentralized finance industry, real world asset tokenization, decentralized physical infrastructure, you name it, it has changed significantly. As an optimist, based on what I've seen in the last 4 years, I wouldn't say, 4 times 3, we should be at 10 or 12 trillion. Seeing what's changed and how much it's changed, I would say, well, if the money supply is going up and maybe if interest rates come down and we have cheaper money and we have a larger money supply, 40 trillion wouldn't be out of the question. Most people would say, you're crazy. That's not going to happen. I get it. But considering how much innovation we've had, 2% chance, 1% chance, maybe less, who knows, but 10 to 12 trillion. So that's my opinion. This makes me sleep better at night because I do believe we have a long way to go and we have yet to start. Hope this was helpful. Take a step back, look at the forest, not the daily trees, because I know we're all looking at altcoins that have gone down quite a bit and they might be below your average price. I've got many like that, but I believe things will get better. What do I know? I'm a big dumb animal. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto.